about Mommy's fake ass hook, and that's the toilet word.
To Life Under the Laundry Pile. Greetings, Heather.
Hey, what happened to our tagline? I was waiting for you to say.
Airing it all out one conversation at a time. There.
Damn, girl. Oh. Don't sound so enthusiastic.
I am. I'm super happy.
That's our tagline. You should be proud. You came up with it.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I've been drinking.
Awkward pause. I was just letting you go on and sing all by yourself. But technically it's a cheer. I know, I was a cheerleader. Right. I was like, yeah,
you were a cheerleader?
I was a cheerleader. I was.
How did I not know that?
Do I not strike you as the cheerleader
Actually,
type?
no, I can totally, absolutely see it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ew.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I was a cheerleader for 2 years. And after that, skipping school and drinking beer became way more fun than being the top of the fucking pyramid and fearing that you were going to be thrown off at any second.
So you were always on top?
I was. So, yeah, to this day, I still like to be on top.
That's what she said.
Yep, that is what she said. Not much. I
don't think I asked you what was going on.
I thought you did. You didn't?
No. Hey, Heather, what's going on in your life?
What's up? Well, today's August the 2nd. I'm just going to go ahead and spill the beans. And today's really, really special. We have 2 special birthdays today, which is so funny because... Oh my gosh. What are the odds?
It is really funny. It's always made me laugh that they kind of, or not that they kind of, they do. They have the same birthday. So
everybody's guessing. It's Maggie's 10, Copper's daughter. Her oldest is 10. And my sweet sunshine Paige, she's 8. So she's my youngest. And it's nuts to me that she's 8. So
that's crazy.
It is crazy. And I was looking back at my Facebook memories, and every single year, and they're like, she gets smaller as you go down the feed with the pictures, and I'm just like, oh my goodness.
And there's something about Paige this summer, like, you know, you post pictures of her, and I know granted some of it may be I haven't seen her in 2 months, but she seems so grown up to me versus just a few months ago. You know what I mean?
I know. And so much so since a year ago.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have any big plans to celebrate her birthday?
You know, we kind of celebrated it over the weekend because Lloyd drove to Houston this past weekend, and he had a conference in Austin, so we kind of had it without, you know, a big party. We did go to there's a farm here in Murfreesboro called Lucky Lad Farms, and the one thing that this child has been asking for months, and I say months, was to see a llama. So you can imagine how disappointed she was when we went to the zoo recently, and there were no llamas. So we drove an hour and 15 minutes last week for her to go see a llama, and it was so worth it. The look on her face was worth it.
Llamas are awesome.
So... They are. So, but it's the cutest little place. I mean, baby goats everywhere.
Is it kind of like Old McDonald's farm?
No. This is the most fabulous petting zoo I've ever been to in my life. Everything comes to you. Everything. The llamas, the goats, the everything.
So Red would be miserable there.
Huh?
Red would be miserable there.
Oh, yeah. I'm not kidding. Like, they attack you. They're so desperate for food and attention.
They keep them starved. They starve them.
They follow you. But they're so cute. I mean, I took pictures and put them on the Facebook page, but they were adorable. And so that was kind of her birthday thing. And then we had cupcakes for her this weekend, and she opened her presents.
Fine.
And thank God she got that fucking Hatchimal that she's been asking for a year. And let's just say, you know where the Hatchimal is now? On the floor in her room, because it was fun for about 6 hours.
Well, you know my feelings on those stupid freaking things. I can't. And luckily, we escaped that whole issue at Christmas because I'm like, I'm not buying it. That's a piece of crap. Mm-hmm. It's a $60 stuffed animal.
Yep. It really
and
is.
like 3 days before Christmas, Jackie had spent some time with a friend, and he came home and he's like, I want one of those. I'm like, tough luck. They're out, you know. Well, Target had a bunch of them the other day, and I kind of held my breath thinking he would, you know.
Right.
And he never even blinked. I mean, he just walked right past it. So luckily, we just totally skipped over that whole thing because I've heard the same thing over and over and over again from people that it was just a complete waste of money.
Well, you know what's really funny is I made her use her own birthday money to buy it. I was like, I'm not buying this for you. So she luckily, you know, since we live so far from everyone, they send money these days. So she bought it herself.
Is it like soft and squishy, or is it pretty robotic?
It's not, and I wish I had it in here with me. It's actually, and I thought that's all it was too, was a stuffed animal inside a shell. It's literally, they had something this similar a couple of years back, and you'll know it when I tell you
Furby.
what it is. But yes, that's exactly what it is. It grows, like it starts as a baby, and then it goes to a toddler, and then it goes to a kid. So you teach it things as it gets older. So it's not totally, it's probably not worth the $60, but it's definitely not worth the $60.
It's kind of a fuzzy,
it walks, it talks, it turns circles.
What do I want to say? It's like a fuzzy edition of, what were those things that we had in the Tamagotchis? Yeah. Yes. So, I think the funnest part, honestly, was watching it hatch. As crazy as that sounds. But yeah. So that was pretty much it. No thanks,
so Maggie,
girl. You keep that shit on your side of the
So Maggie, you have plans for Maggie's birthday?
We do. She would like a party, but we have a lot going on, so we're going to do that in a couple of weeks. She just wants to take a couple friends bowling, nothing too fancy. Mm-hmm. But today, her she's so funny. Her request was she wanted she had food requests, like her favorite foods, which are all high maintenance things. So I'm going to be cooking all day, basically. But she's like, I want a penis-free lunch.
Well,
and I'm like, done.
AKA no men, no boys. So, yep, I get it. Oh my gosh, poor Maggie.
So I'm not sure. Once we're done here, we're gonna go out to lunch, just me and her. I don't know what she wants. Probably Italian or Mexican.
Skeeters.
Probably. Well, we did just eat there, so.
Oh, can I live vicariously
it was
through
delicious.
you guys? You don't know how bad I would love to have
some Skeeters.
Fish taco.
And she's got a bunch of, she just wanted art supplies. So, I went over to Michael's and just went crazy on the art supplies. So.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah. So what are her favorite foods?
Who, Maggie?
Yeah. Yeah, you said she asked
Mexican or Italian, really. I mean, those are, isn't that all of our go-tos?
But you said you were going to be cooking the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, the stuff I'm making for her. So I made her hash brown casserole for breakfast. I'm sure you know what that is, right?
I love that, yeah.
And I do too. It's really not that difficult. I'm just always like, ugh, dishes. And then tonight she wants chicken paprika.
Yeah, okay.
I know. You're already out on the chicken
part.
You
lost me at chicken.
But it's got homemade dumplings in it, and I know you would love those. So, yeah.
I do. It sounds good if I like chicken.
Yeah. So you could just have the gravy over the dumplings and be perfectly happy, I bet.
Yep, actually, yeah. I could eat
and
that.
Chocolate cake. And naturally, chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake. Oh, that's my favorite chocolate. Emma's on this kick where she hates chocolate cake. She only wants vanilla cake. So our house has become this horrible vanilla. I'm just like, who eats?
I would disown her. I would kick her ass out.
I know.
I don't even. Emma, you no longer serve a purpose. If you're not going to eat chocolate, we can't be friends.
And the newest thing she's been getting, because we got a cake pop maker, is the white cake mix.
Yeah.
The white cake mix. Like, it's invisible. So you have to physically, like, take the yolks out of the eggs when she makes it. You have to do the yolks for her. I'm like, can't we just put the yolks in and technically it'd be a yellow cake? I mean, come on. Does it matter what color it is?
So the flavor is the same. It's just a different color? Or is it more like angel food cake?
It's not like angel food cake. The only reason that she likes it is because then she's able to put the food dye in it and make the cakes like, unicorn or whatever. Okay.
That sounds fun, though.
Which is what we did a while back. She made some unicorn cupcakes for Paige, which, as you know, is a recipe for disaster. But so, bless her heart, she really wanted to do it for Paige's birthday this weekend. And I'm like, yeah, right before school starts is probably not
Let's not set her up for, yeah.
No. Mm-mm. So,
that sounds fun, though.
Yeah. So anyway.
Fun. Hey, before we go any further, I do want to remind everybody that we are part of the hashtag 2 Pods a Day campaign for the month of August. If you follow this campaign on Facebook, Twitter, he just started an Instagram account, and he also has a website with the same name. You go on there, and they highlight 2 indie podcasts a day for the entire month of August. You can check them out. Yesterday was the first day, and I have to admit, I listened to both, and even the one was a true crime, which I'm not always. I have nothing against true crime, but they're not my thing. And it was still very, very interesting, and I liked the way that they did the show. So it's kind of a good way to discover, those smaller podcasts out there. So, and we are part of that. I can't unfortunately tell you when we're going to be featured. You'll know it when it happens, though.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I think it's great to have that exposure. Right. I mean, it's not like being on the and Good Morning America or anything.
And
but
the guy that created this,
awesome.
Josh Hallmark from Our Americana, his show, what he does is pretty significant. I mean, he's a professional at this, and it's pretty honorable of him to take the time to say, let's appreciate the smaller podcast as well. So,
right. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, we're excited. So, we'll let you know when we're on or when we're featured. We'll definitely let you know.
So, and you're going to see, we're going to pop up with the information here and there too, because if we're going to be, it's kind of you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. If we're going to be featured on this thing, we might as well help promote other people too, because we want everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
That's so mother of me? Everyone needs to win.
Okay, Mr. Rogers.
Where's my sweater?
When you start changing your shoes when you walk in the door every afternoon, then we'll have a problem.
I don't wear shoes.
I know. I knew you were going to say that.
Shoes are for suckers. All right, let's move on. You have an interesting little, what do we call it, a news report that we want to discuss?
I do. Well, we talked last week. We wanted to incorporate a couple of segments in, maybe one every once in a while, sometimes 2 if we're feeling froggy. But
if one of us is on our period and we're really grumpy,
yeah. my grandma always said that. But so the segment last week, I forget the segment last week was what lesson did we learn?
Yes.
So this week we thought we would introduce a new segment, WTF? What the fuck? And it's kind of all encompassing of. What the hell is, I have no idea.
Whether it's in our lives, something we see on the news, something we see out in public. Yeah.
Yes. So, Copper so graciously let me pick it, and I picked, I don't know if you guys have seen
can I pause for you? You're like, Copper so graciously let me pick this. Like I boss you around and tell you what to do on a regular basis. You're like, Master gave me a sock.
She really does.
Shut your mouth and go on.
I had seen this a couple of times, and at first I thought it was a joke. I mean, anyway, it's nuts. The headline was, Brownies reportedly made with breast milk for school bake sale cause a stir. Ha ha ha. Apparently, I'll just read this to you, and this came from, I think it must have been the Kansas City Star newspaper, but it says a mother needing to bake some brownies for her child's school bake sale wrote on Facebook that she recently faced a situation that she didn't know how to solve.
Go to the grocery store, bitch. Sorry,
okay,
go ahead.
So this is what you're ruining my surprise.
Sorry.
This is what she said. I didn't have time to run to the store and didn't think it was a big deal. But her whole entire Facebook post says, sigh. Let me try for the 3rd time now. Sigh. Stupid Facebook. Okay. I need some advice. I made brownies for my son's school bake sale that had breast milk in them. I didn't have time to run to the store and didn't think it was a big deal. In parentheses, or in what do you call it? Some of these kids could use the nutrition, let's be honest. And it wasn't even that much. One of the other moms found out and are blowing it way out of proportion. I don't know what to do. Any suggestions? Sad face. Well, I fucking have a suggestion. Don't do it. And someone commented, I shall forever remember today as the day I stopped supporting school bake sales. Hell yeah.
I agree. Yeah. First of all, don't, you know what? You can't be like, I didn't know what to do. And it was just maybe not, like I didn't have time, and then be judgmental. Like they could use the nutrition anyway. Look, here's the deal. I support breastfeeding. I'll be completely honest. I didn't do it. Yep. It did not work out in our situation, but I fully encourage other people to at least try.
Right.
That being said, I don't want your booby juice in my brownie.
And as much as I love chocolate and as much as I love brownies, I wouldn't touch this shit with a 10-foot pole. I just think it's one of those situations where common sense did not prevail. You're thinking, oh, I'm out of milk. Let's see. I'll just flop my tit out instead of running to the grocery store or making something else that doesn't require milk. It's not that hard. You're like total what the fuck moment. I have no idea what she was thinking.
I don't, and to get defensive about that, I'm like, look, you're obviously in the wrong here. Like as a parent, I'd be extremely upset. Like I don't know what you've ingested. Yeah. And all of that passes through your milk.
And that's what someone said, human milk can be contaminated just like any other milk, if not more so, just because, people have diseases and things like that, and it can be passed through that way as I think it's nuts. Someone joked and said another joked about once using urine because that one time I made lemonade. I'm just like, and it's kind of the same thing. Like
it is absolutely
like. Would she go out in public and spew her boob at someone and it would be okay?
I personally have been out for coffee at Starbucks and they've been out of creamer and I just whipped a tit out and expressed right into the cup. I mean, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only reason I have boobs is to make brownies and milk.
I wonder what the breast milk did for the like the density of the brownie. Do you think it was like cake-like or more fudgy?
Oh God. This conversation's taking a turn. I have no idea. And now I will never eat another brownie again.
This lady was crazy. I mean, honestly, I don't know, and I don't know what you would be thinking.
And I honestly don't know if anyone actually came to her defense because it was a really bad call in judgment. It was really just no, it was definitely.
And to sit there and know that well, I mean, if you have any brain cells whatsoever, you understand that you made a bad call, and then to still get judgmental towards other people about it, slays me.
And that's what I said. I think the hardest part for me, or one of the hardest parts, second hardest part, was how condescending she was in her post about, I didn't have time to run to the store, and other moms found out and they're blowing it out of proportion. Of course they're going to blow it out of proportion. It's a huge deal. It's like so stupid that you would think it was okay, and then to get kind of miffed because people made comments about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, crazy town. Like I said, in the beginning when I first told you, I literally thought it was a joke. Like I thought it couldn't be
It was
real,
like the Onion.
Better.
Like it was coming, an article from the Onion. Yeah.
But I should have known better, huh? Oh my gosh! So that was our WTF segment.
Yeah.
So. Oh. Anyway.
Good times. I'm not participating in. Well, thankfully we live in Texas, where all bake sales and baked goods must come from the store. So, and for reasons just like this.
Right. Ours here too. So, though I do have to admit, I was a little disappointed. Here, you cannot bring in homemade goodies for your kid's birthday, which really sucks because my kids, that's all they've known for 7 years. So we moved here, and of course Paige's birthday was today, and she wasn't allowed to take anything.
She can't even take store-bought treats, or
No, the only thing you can take in are like stickers or
okay.
things like that. And I'm like, you know what? No, if I can't make cupcakes, I'm not doing anything at all. So, I just explained to her that that's kind of how it was. Thankfully, her teacher gives out a birthday treat to her on her birthday, which is probably just a pack of stickers and a pencil.
That's okay though, but it's sweet of her to still acknowledge it.
Yes. So, but yeah. So I doubt we'll have a bake sale at our school too either. So don't feel bad.
If you were gonna have one before, you're not having one now.
Not eating that shit.
That
anymore.
Bitch just ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, she did. Thanks, booby brownie mom. Booby milk brownie mom. Yeah. Oh, all right. So what are we talking about today?
If my life was a sitcom,
what would it be?
I have to belch. Sorry, I'm being ladylike.
I thought you were pausing for, I thought it was a dramatic pause.
I had a little coffee sitting right in my throat.
What are your thoughts on if we were a sitcom?
Well, when we talked about this subject, I was saying, like, it just sometimes blows my mind the things that happen around here. And how many times have I said, like, I kind of wonder, are there hidden cameras? At what point in time, you start thinking, like, there's no way this is real. It has to be someone just doing some sort of, like, documentary on what is going to make her lose her mind.
Yeah, so what did you pick?
Well, I had a couple questions. Some points. Like, I'm like, if I did have a sitcom, my life was a sitcom, if there were cameras and stuff, for one thing, it'd have to be pixelated.
Oh, okay.
You know why, right?
I don't.
The excessive viewing of penises in his house is crazy.
Okay. I am so lost here. So
you know how they like pixelate the screen so you can't see weenus.
I got you. Okay. You need a built-in sensor in your house is what you're saying. Yes. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. The show would have to be pixelated. You know what I thought you were talking about? I thought you were talking about that movie Pixels with Adam Sandler. And I was like,
I've never seen that crap.
It's a great movie, by the way. We own it. It's really cute. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, now you threw me. Oh, and bleed for language, obviously.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Okay, so when we took this assignment, were you talking about your family or were you talking about you and I together? Because I took it as you and I together. So I went a totally different route.
We can totally talk about that, too.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
That would be an amazing show. Let's get back to that one.
Yeah. Okay, so you're talking about your family.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's talk about that because I want to see where we could go. I have ideas. So many ideas.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here I want to ask you. So if we're talking about, and we'll do this with our show as well, the Heather and Copper show. But if your family had a score, like if it was, like if there was music playing in the background, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. It would be this weird mix of like Star Wars, like the Darth Vader.
Yeah,
that mixed with this like Benny Hill
music. I didn't even think about that. I love that Benny Hill music.
Because, it's just this weird mix of, oh my God, what the hell happened now? And everything's like on fast forward all the time. It just seems like it's just this clusterfuck of,
Well, I was gonna go with Unwell by Matchbox 20.
Okay.
You know that song, right?
Yes, I
and DMX Party Up.
You like that DMX kind of music. You always playing that in the van. Yeah.
I play all kinds of music in the van.
Well, if that's the case, then I think I would also like From the Windows to the Walls.
There you go.
Highly inappropriate, but my kids actually know a lot of those words.
But it would be very fitting to your life as well.
Yeah, in fact, my kids always say, move, get out the way. They don't say bitch, but they do say move.
Oh, were they not supposed to say that? Anytime I'm on the highway, that song like plays in my head all the time. Anytime. The second I get on 59, I feel like I should just automatically have that set to play if I hit 60 or above because it's constantly.
Well, the kids do it like when they're each like single file getting out of the van. Landon will say, move, get out the way. And sometimes he'll substitute a word, but it's never bitch, so thank goodness. But yeah.
What are the chances of CPS getting notified?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's if my life was a sitcom, those would be my issues. Like I'd have to come up with a score. We'd have to deal with the censorship because there'd have to be a ton of it. Lots of nudity in this house. So mostly of one person, but still.
Yeah. No names, Red. No names. You know, I have to admit, if our life was a sitcom, my family's life, it would definitely be HBO. Like, I don't even know. Like, is Cinemax the dirtier version of HBO? Is it like the seedier version?
Skinemax, yeah. Yeah.
It is. Then we would be on Cinemax because I really think on a daily basis, our shit would never qualify for regular TV. You'd be bleeping every second.
Mostly us.
Yeah. So it'd have to go straight to Cinemax.
So I think that leads into our show would be basically on Cinemax, right? I mean,
yes. Yeah. I had a fabulous idea. I thought we were kind of, if you and I had a show, we would be this weird blend of American Housewife, the movie Bad Moms, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a show on the USA Network. It's about, I guess it started about 3 years ago, called Playing House. It's these two childhood friends. One is her husband leaves her and she finds out she's pregnant. So it's these two really funny moms.
I call not it on that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They move in together so that they can each help take care of the kid. But they're just really funny. They're pretty crass. They're a hot mess all the time. And for some reason, they just remind me of you and I.
Right.
But yeah, so it'd be like this weird mix. But Bad Moms, man, if Bad Moms were a TV show, it would be us. And I thought the name of the show would be Inappropriate Things because everything about us is highly inappropriate.
Right. I was going to say, what was I going to say? Oh, sugar tits. Well, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's totally inappropriate. And the thing is what people don't realize
not
is
brownie tits, but
sugar tits.
Yeah, not brownie.
No, brownie tits. I can't. I can't. Because the things that come out of our mouth when we're not recording are 10 times worse than the things that we do record.
Yeah. You think?
Do you want me to play back of the conversations we've had in the past?
Oh, I was backwards. I thought you meant that we were more crude online.
I was going to say, literally right before we started recording, we were talking about blowjobs.
Yeah, and musky
undernuts.
Yep. So yeah, you're correct. I heard that wrong. Oh, Janelle, you should definitely listen to this one in the car ride.
I think I'm gonna. That's your new or this year's Christmas gift for you is a cross stitch sign with musky undernuts.
Please, dear God, don't do it. I love you, and I love the one you gave me, but that one I could not hang up anymore.
No. I don't think that Lloyd would ever talk to me again.
Landon would adopt that as his new theme song. He would probably want a T-shirt that said "Musky Undernuts." I'm the musky undernut man. That's probably what my kid would do.
So many calls from the school. So many calls. So what else about the show with us?
I don't know. I find that golly, yeah, Bad Moms.
I should have known that you would go that route because of your Grace and Frankie obsession. Can we live at a beach house?
Yeah. As long as I don't have to go out in the sand.
For me? Okay, so we'll live at a beach house and the backside will be very wildernessy. We'll have bushes and plants and then there'll be a screened in porch for you so you don't have to deal with the sun or bugs. How about that?
Yeah.
You can even paint out there.
That'd be amazing.
Okay.
Yes. I love Grace and Frankie. Holy cow.
It is funny.
Yeah. So when we're old, we can be Grace and Frankie / Golden Girls. Because I so totally think that is an amazing setup. Who wouldn't want to live with a bunch of other women when you're, in your golden years? That would be so much fun.
Seriously, if that's and no offense to my husband, but if that's not the way I go out, I'm going to be very disappointed in life.
I love that show. I was watching it this morning when I was on the treadmill. I was like, this is just the best. I love that show. So, all right. So since you asked about the theme song, what would our theme song be?
Oh my goodness, I'm blanking. What do you think?
I don't know. I still hear, from the windows to the walls,
Yeah.
obviously. That's like a theme song for life. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you think that we would take better care of ourselves if we were on TV?
Hell yeah, because then I could pay people to do that
We
for
would
me.
pay people
Wouldn't
to take
you?
care of us.
I would have real painted toenails. I would have.
We'd have to wear. We would have to wear clean clothes like every single day, Heather.
I could do it. I could really do it. If it meant that someone would like give me Botox and do my hair for me and all that, oh yeah, I could do it. Yeah. unless now they decided that we had to look like we really look like, and then this is all that they see, we'd be screwed, girlfriend.
You mean with your scar and everything?
Yes. My scar. She's talking about I since we bought this house, we have a lot of to-dos because the house was kind of empty for a while. And so, yes, 2 days ago, I was painting a room, and I tried to pull a nail out with a hammer. And when I did, I yanked it so hard that I literally jabbed myself in the face with my fingernail. So I have this gouge on my cheek. So it looks like I've been in a bar fight. That's
you
the
should
story
see
that
the
I
other
tell.
guy.
Yeah, but boom. Hey, that's what I like to tell. So, yeah. Even though when you first saw it, you're like, "Oh,
I thought it was a zip." I'm like, "Oh man, that must have been a doozy."
No,
A doozy of a newsie.
No, no, but it probably is going to leave a scar.
Probably, it's pretty prominent. Yeah,
it was a pretty big flap of skin that came off. Yeah,
I think this is payback for making fun of Lloyd.
The perils of homeownership,
Yeah.
man, that sucks.
It was really your fingernail, though. I'm not sure you can blame the house on that. Like, maybe if you took better care of your nails.
I know. Well, yeah. So, see, if we were on a show and they did that for me, I would totally be on board.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling they would want us to look like we look now. And that would be a deal breaker for me. Unless you're talking lots of money, I'm not going on TV looking like this.
Well,
Are you?
I'm still wearing the pants that I wore all day yesterday because I slept in them. And
I do it all the time.
a tank top without a bra. So it's not pretty.
That's real life, though.
Yeah.
If that's what they wanted, and we could do it for a salary, a big salary, would you do it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm all about the money.
Yeah. Though, technically, my wardrobe would probably be very cheap because they would only have to buy
Black yoga pants.
a black yoga capri pants, a blue sports bra, and miscellaneous tank tops. Yeah. Yeah.
And for me,
So
they'd
you're
have to
good.
buy like a bunch of clothing that they're going to put in my closet and I'm not going to wear. And then like three other outfits that I just wear over and over and over again.
Yeah. So, see, you don't even have to buy me outfits because I don't even
Most
wear
of them
anything except
consisting
what
of
I'm
free
wearing.
t-shirts I got like at conferences and stuff. So
See, we'd be okay, networks. We would be super cheap.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a show for us or of us for
we'll
us,
do it.
we could be so cheap. Yeah,
We are cheap.
We are cheap. Yeah. So yeah, I think Inappropriate Things would be a phenomenal show. Inappropriate Mom.
Let's work on
Things.
that.
Inappropriate Moms.
Let's work on that.
Yeah. Huh?
No, let's
Yeah.
just stick to inappropriate things because a lot of times the things that we do is not necessarily mom related.
And it's really funny because I wish now we would have named our podcast that because everything we talk about is so inappropriate.
Yeah, but remember in the very beginning, we weren't going to be inappropriate. Remember those first 2 episodes when we tried so hard not to cuss?
What was wrong with us?
hurt.
I mean, come on. It does. Yeah. And it's one of those situations where you should always be yourself. Never, always be true to
Right.
yourself. I don't know what we were
We wanted
thinking.
that clean rating so that people in India could listen to our show.
But you know what? I could not have sustained that at all.
No. We definitely could not
was
talk about musky undernuts.
No, that was not sustainable.
Or
No.
pubes and
Hello.
Nutella. Or Sesame Street in the suburbs, bitches.
The suburbs, bitches. That's right. We're just going to make a t-shirt with all these hashtags and you guys can buy it. How about that?
Oh, Nutella's
Yeah.
never going to sponsor us.
Sure they would, because then I would have multiple containers of opened Nutella
pubes
around my
in it.
house in various conditions. And the funny thing is the boy likes to eat Nutella straight out of the jar.
Well,
So,
yeah. How else do you eat it?
Not straight out of
It's
the jar.
delicious.
Ah, not at my house. It's not. No.
Not for $7 a jar. It's not.
If you come to my house and I offer you Nutella, just say no. If you're smart, you'll say no.
No, I would never eat Nutella at your house. I mean, no offense.
I would never eat Nutella at my house. No offense taken. Because now that I realize that the boy, does eat it out of the container, there's a good possibility that sometimes he eats it and then I come back along and put the lid back on and put it back in the pantry, not realizing that it wasn't me who last used it. It was probably the boy eating out of it with his fingers.
I was just going to say, are we talking spoon or finger?
Sometimes there's no spoons involved, so I'm not real sure what he's eating it with. Thankfully, he's not dipping his appendages in it other than his fingers.
I was just thinking that. There's going to come a point in time where he's going to look at that jar and be like, I wonder.
I'll buy you chocolate lollipops, son. If that's what you really want, I'll go buy them from the store. All right. Well, hey, are we done with the segment? So you had a really good idea.
What? Can you say that one more? Can you say that one more time for the people in the back, please?
This is the fucking copper hour, people. We usually do the random question generator. So she said, let's spice it up a bit, which is hello. Why didn't we think of that? Because apparently the last few questions were kind of boring.
Not boring. They just started to repeat themselves. So
yeah, random question generator. You kind of sucked lately. So what's this week's random question?
All right. What do you think would be the hardest thing for you to give up?
Off the top of my head, jalapeno kettle chips, but that's not the right.
You do seem to have a pretty strong addiction to those things.
I really do, and I'm not gonna lie. Literally, I buy 3 bags at a time.
Guys, I've seen her holler from across the store that she found a bag.
My kids even know. So when we go to Walmart, Emma will come back with 3 bags. No lie. Let's see. So if I had to give up, is there a timeline on this? Time limit? What does it say?
What kind of timeline do you need?
Oh, okay, good. So, no, bad. So what is it? If I had to give up one thing?
What do you think would be the hardest thing for you to give up?
Hardest thing for me to give up. Oh, man.
AA batteries?
Food. I'm going to have to go with food. I love food. So I'm guessing AA batteries is your answer? I don't know.
I'm a lady, and I don't do that.
So you like the big double D batteries. Don't they make those?
Mine plugs into the wall. It's fine.
Oh. You're fancy that way. Holy cow. You splurge. See, when the batteries are gone, it's like a kid's toy. It just doesn't get more batteries.
You just have to take it.
Manual.
Every year at Christmas time, Toys R Us has their buy one, get one free on AA batteries. You just have to get those. It's fine. You stock up for the year and you're good.
It just converts to manual at that point. You just use it.
I was going to say that I think the hardest thing for me to give up would be coffee, because you know how much I don't function without it. So,
well, I was kind of all encompassing when I said food.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Coffee's food. Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I could really stand to give up coffee, and I really could stand to give up food.
How much coffee do you think you drink a day?
How much I drink and how much I could drink are two different things. I try to drink a pot of coffee a day.
Whoa, okay. You're like my husband. I drink, that's so much. I see why when people say they, can't give up coffee, but I only drink
You're like a one cupper. Mug. Yeah, you're a one cupper. But
in my defense, it's 20 ounces. It's a 20-ounce cup of coffee. So your coffee pot probably holds how many ounces?
It's 12 cups. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's I could literally I could drink it all day. In fact, I went out with our a couple of friends the other night, and we went to the I Mom So Hard show.
Yes.
And afterwards, so we, before the show started, we were like, we should go have like a drink afterwards or whatever. And we get back into the car. And this is where our age shows, although I have no regrets whatsoever. We got back in the car and we're like, what should we do? Where should we go? What bar? And then we were like, someone's like, I could use some pie. And we ended up at House of Pies. And so it's like, it's 10:30 at night and I'm drinking coffee there,
Oh my gosh. And that is definitely telling of our age, because when you start saying pie and coffee sound better than
booze,
a bar and beer.
Yeah. And it was funny because when they said I could really use some pie, like 3 of us started Googling pie places and everyone else was like, oh my God, yes.
And it's funny, had you said that 20 years ago, the people in the car would have been like, what? Are you kidding? No, we want to get beer.
Like, let's do the beer first, and then at 3 a.m. we can go have the pie.
And the Waffle House.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. That they would have laughed you out of the car.
I know.
I'm afraid.
It was delicious pie, though, let me tell you.
That's pretty awesome. So, how was the show?
It was really good. Really good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were fun.
I had several friends on my Facebook feed who also went. Yeah,
we had quite a good time. And I mean, talk about a rowdy crowd. I felt really bad because a lot of like the security guards and the ushers were guys. And they were like just literally surrounded by, well, I'm guessing it's several thousand women. And just a good portion of them are completely, we weren't, like our group was very stable, but like a good portion are drunk and woohooing and standing and clapping and, it was very rambunctious. So, but it was a good time. They were really funny.
That's funny. We had a friend, one of our friends, who said that they actually reminded her of us. Yeah. So we must be pretty funny.
Yeah, while we're sitting there, like several times my friend leaned over and she's like, you guys could do this, right? And I'm like, yeah, Heather is not going to go on stage in front of thousands of people.
Oh, but hey, if the money was right,
you would do it. I might have to quote unquote medicate you first. And I think you would do a great job. I think you would do amazing. Like we should do live shows.
Yeah,
like that would be really fun. But I definitely would have to medicate you with some rum chata first. So
all right, challenge accepted. We will work towards maybe doing a live show. I don't know, Facebook Live or something. Yeah, I could definitely have a margarita or Bloody Mary. One of those.
We'll get you hooked up.
Yeah.
We will hook you up. Tell you what, when I finally lose my shit here, jump in my car and go to your house for the weekend, we'll do a live show then.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm on the brink, bitch. Like, I am seriously on the brink. There's been a couple times where I've been like, I'll be back in 4 days. Like,
oh, my God. Anytime. Come on. Apparently, it's only 12 hours if you drive straight through.
I need me some Heather.
Drink lots of coffee and you use a diaper, an adult diaper. 12 hours, you can be here.
I will diaper up and be on my way.
All you gotta have is a front seat full of snacks, a thermos of coffee. Right. That adult depends. A full tank of gas. Right. You can get here.
I only stop to pee like once every couple hours. So.
Oh my God! So that would be like 6 times on the way here. You definitely need to.
But I'll just piss myself. It'll be fine.
You never make it.
It'll be like every other day when I sneeze. It'll really be just fine.
Well, when you get here, I'll just hose you off in the backyard before you come in the house. We'll be good.
All right. Do you want to go over business before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's good. Social media. Yeah. Is that what you're looking at?
Yes. Heather social business. Pimp us out.
All right, guys. In case you didn't know, which I find that a majority of you must not know.
If you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you.
I know. We have a Facebook group, so if you want to come over, hang out, check it out, you can post highly inappropriate things. We'll laugh right along with you. It's a nice place for everybody to chat and get to know each other, and you're totally welcome to share things. And don't worry if you think it's not going to be received well, we will cut it off for you and you don't have to be embarrassed. So come find us over there on Facebook. We still have the Facebook page. We have the website, which is lifeunderthelaundrypile.com. We have Twitter, Instagram. Copper is still at neverdrinkfrommommiescup.com, and I'm still onefedupmommy.com. And we both also have Instagram pages as well. And so feel free to come follow us over there. The more the merrier. Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, girly girl.
I think you need more coffee. I think you need to go get more coffee. What do you think?
I was writing,
Yeah?
sorry, I was distracted. I was writing things down. I was making mental notes of times.
Okay. All right. You're excused.
Aw, thanks.
All right.
All right.
All right. I guess that's it. Yeah. We'll catch you next week when we're going to talk about sibling rivalry.
Oh, I got things to say about this.
Me too. Story of my life. Yep.
All right. I'll see you next week.
All right. Yep. Talk to you later, guys.
Bye.